Hey everybody, welcome into Gino's Best Movie Reviews. I'm Gino, and I'm here to review the movie I just got home from seeing, Blink Twice. For some reason, I want to call it Don't Blink because of Don't Breathe, and I just can't seem to get that out of my head. So Blink Twice is the name of the movie, starring Zoe Kravitz, directed by Channing Tatum, starring Channing Tatum. I'm recording this review live. The last live review I just tried to upload didn't the audio didn't seem to work, so I'm going to do my best to recreate how I felt about this movie. I apologize for any inconvenience that causes. So there will be no spoilers in this review, and I'm just going to get right into it. Zoe Kravitz did an amazing job directing this movie. For the first half of this movie, I was finding myself wanting to know what's going on. When are they going to tell me what's going on? And that's exactly what you want from a mystery, a mysterious thriller. I was thrilled and I was confused in the best way possible. All you need to know about this movie is that Channing Tatum invites the main character onto an island and weird stuff's going on. The posters make it seem like Channing Tatum is involved. No spoilers other than what's probably revealed in the trailer. I haven't even seen the trailer. Well, I have, but once I know I'm going to see a movie, I stop paying attention to marketing, stop paying attention to the trailers, and I just go into it. So when I went into this movie, I didn't really know what to expect. I knew it was going to be some type of scary horror movie. There's a little bit of gore. The gore feels very earned. It feels very satisfying in a way. Um, Once the movie started hitting a full sprint, it was I could feel like I couldn't breathe. I was wondering what's going on. I kept myself like, like I was emotive with my hands. You can tell I've got a lot of energy right now. This movie hyped me up as I was leaving it. The lead actress, she did a great job. I know exactly why she got the role because she's a great actress. I will say for the first half of the movie, as they're doing a lot of setup and not a lot's going on, I have a gap in my front teeth. The gap in her front teeth was very noticeable. And once the movie started going, it stopped being noticeable to me because I was paying attention to everything else it had to offer. As a therapist, this movie makes a point to discuss trauma and forgiveness and forgetness. It's very well done. Very well done. For a directorial debut, I mean, I don't see how you get much better than that. Obviously, it's easy to cut your teeth on some horror thriller movies. They don't require a lot of CGI. They don't require a lot of, uh, you know, the most robust story, right? Again, the story is we're on an island and weird stuff's happening. And that's really all you need to know. And if that interests you, go see it. Again, there's really only one, there's blood, but there's really only one kind of, it's not even really gory, but you could consider it gore. So if that's not your thing, look away for that moment, but it was very well earned in the movie. As the mystery is unpacking, as things are happening, as you're wondering what happened to this person, or what does this mean? What is this person talking about? What do they mean? Everything that was set up was paid off. Unlike the Alien movie of last night, where I felt like everything that was set up, not everything got paid off. Every single thing that was set up in this movie got paid off. And then in a movie like this, where there's going to be a reveal, there was also kind of like a twist reveal too, which was fantastic. I found myself just rooting for the main character. I was rooting for a bunch of different characters throughout the movie at different times. That's a sign of a fantastic, well-directed movie. There's not much to say with the score. I mean, a lot of it happened with quiet, no background. In fact, it was so quiet in the movie, I could hear the Deadpool screening in the adjacent theater. I thought somebody had their phone on in the front of the theater. Is that a bad thing? No. Silence is just as important as talking when it comes to a movie. The director puts that in there for a reason, and it is paid off perfectly. Very well done. So we've got a directorial debut. We've got a Channing Tatum who you could argue isn't the best actor, but he acts the crap out of this movie. He does a wonderful job. And for somebody who has to carry the movie in that role that he gave, as it was very entertaining. I found myself highly entertained. Even the stuff that was boring was still entertaining in a way. The slow parts weren't many, like just really the opening. Once they're getting it set up, you're like, okay. And then there are a few things like, oh, how did we get from this point to this point? How do we get from this point to this point? But I think that was intentional. And if it was, good on them. If it wasn't, a little bit of a mistake to be made. But if it was intentional, it made me feel just as confused as the people were in the movie. It was fantastic is a strong word, but as I would give it a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. Definitely recommend seeing that in the sensory deprivation that is a movie theater. Go take a look, go check it out. As far as the Rotten Tomatoes score, it looks like it's a 76 on 93 reviews. That tracks. I have it as an 8 out of 10 quality, but we know Rotten Tomatoes is just 76% thumbs up and the rest thumbs down. That's how that works. So yeah, I gave it a thumbs up for sure. And the quality wise, I would say I'd give it 2 thumbs up. Is this movie for everybody? No. If you're a type of person that doesn't like, women-centric stories and things like that, you're gonna, it sucks to be you, because it was gonna prevent you from enjoying a very well-made, a very well-told story. If you are somebody that doesn't bother, great. You're a normal human being, and you're going to enjoy this movie. Again, there's a little bit of gore, there's some horror, there's some thrilling elements, there's swearing. So is this for kids? I mean, you could argue that you could take, a young teenager to this movie and that they would have a good time, and it won't be scarring them or anything like that. There's a little bit of pseudoscience that goes into the movie. So the realism it's not going to come home with you. Again, I'm not trying to spoil anything. This movie had, and I already recorded a review, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself. I'm trying to make sure I touch all my points here, but the audio was messed up. Mystery movies obviously give you a reveal. Of course, because there's no mystery without then finding out what's going on. Once I found out what was going on, there was also kind of the reveal and then a twist, and it was like a twist reveal, and it was handled wonderfully. And again, everything that the director set up in this movie, she knocked down by the end. And that's what I want for my movies. I don't want to leave the movie with all these questions, because obviously movies like this are not going to get a sequel. I mean, maybe it will. I don't know how well it's going to do at the box office. I had a great time. That's all I can say. 7.5 or 8 out of 10. So we'll call it 7.75 out of 10. Guys, go see this movie. If you're watching right now and you haven't seen the movie, I really hope this influences you to go see the movie. I don't get anything from you going to see it or not seeing it. You can wait on home video. It doesn't matter to me, but I really think you'll enjoy it with the lights out and really focusing on the movie, not being able to check your phone, not being able to have the lights on, being able to focus on the movie. Because, when you watch something at home, sometimes you're a little distracted, which happens. But this movie requires you to be paying attention with your eyes, your ears, and your brain. That's just bottom line. You're going to have all 3 of those peaked and ready to go. It was a fun time. Again, there were some parts where I was like, what's missing? What's here? What's going on here? But it felt intentional from the director. So if it felt like they were trying to bring the audience into kind of the confusion that some of the characters were feeling. Again, no spoilers. Just go out and see the movie. Come back here, comment below. Let me know what you thought. I can't wait to hear from you guys. It's been a pleasure doing this. Again, I'm Gino with Gino's Best Movie Reviews, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.